Happy Halloween. Week 8, Dallas Cowboys segment. Let's get into it. We got the cameraman again. Okay. First of all, it's the Chicago Bears. So everyone, stop blowing your loads. Dak Prescott's back. You've beaten the Lions and the Bears. The Lions and the Bears are like me smashing a fucking 5 and a 5.5. Yeah, nobody gives a fuck, man. Put up some fucking real numbers. So, 49-29. They fucking smashed them, though, man. Dak Prescott, solid game. The numbers are there. We'll get into it. Justin Fields had a big game because usually he's not accurate. 17 for 23, but only 151 yards. Dallas has a great defense, especially against the pass. Against the run, Dallas needs help. Jerry, make a fucking trade tomorrow at the deadline. Herbert, 99 yards. Fields, 60 yards. Montgomery, 53. They ran for literally like 200 and something yards. So Dallas is great in the air. Got Trayvon Diggs back there. Micah Parsons with the scoop and score. By the way, what was Fields doing jumping over him? You got to touch him when he's down, moron. Anyway, the great players make the plays. Micah Parsons, Defensive Player of the Year candidate, made the play. Tony Pollard. Okay. Big game. That's one of the worst run defenses I've ever seen. The stats prove it with the Bears. They made him look like Barry Sanders. Even our backup running backs were feasting. But good for Tony Pollard. We have a thunder and lightning combination. Now, I got a buddy, and he knows who he is. He continues to take L's because you don't come after your host, GF. I just know more than you guys. And even the cameraman wants to know. Put it away. I'm getting tight now. Is Tony Pollard better than Ezekiel Elliott? No. And anyone who thinks he is, you don't know football. Allow me to explain. The guy's never carried the load. The guy never carries the ball more than 13 times. He's a scat back. If you don't know what a scat back is, fuck you. No. There's a reason it's thunder and lightning. It's like Aaron Jones and what's his name? I'm high now. On Green Bay. AJ Dillon. But they're like Aaron Jones is still the better back. You have to know who the better back is. It's not who the home run hitter, the speedster. Zeke moves the chains. Zeke, the touchdowns, the better pass blocker, thicker, isn't going to get hurt. He can carry the load. They're underutilizing him. But they're underutilizing him because Tony Pollard deserves touches too. It's perfect. Don't pin them against each other. By the way, Zeke's a great teammate. They both get along. Good for Tony Pollard. Zeke never got to sit out last year because Zeke doesn't like missing games. He never misses games in his whole career. They made him sit this one out because they fucked up last year. He had the knee sprain, the 3-week knee sprain. Give him the 3 weeks off that he needs. This year they did it. You don't need him to beat the Bears. The Bears are shit and everybody knows it. And trading Roquan Smith, got rid of Robert Quinn. You know which direction they're going in. So that weed's good. Let's get back on track, GF. Let's go. Happy Halloween. Too much candy. Tony Pollard is perfect in that role of you give Zeke a little change of pace. You have more speed. Pitch it, bounce to the outside, do your little moves. I love it. If he's going to be the lead guy next year, if we get rid of Zeke this year, you better bring in someone who's going to do what Zeke did. So I still think, keep it going. They don't give Zeke enough touches. Zeke's having a solid year, but he's not going to put up the numbers like Chubb and those guys because he only carries it now like 13, 14 times. Ezekiel Elliott is a Marshawn Lynch kind of bruiser. When you get into the fourth quarter, when they get that 18th, 19th, 20th carry, they get into the 20s, now they're pounding on the defense and they start rolling. I don't like that about Kellen Moore. What are you going to do? So that's my take. If Tony Pollard ends up taking the job, I'll give him his credit. But right now, Zeke's the number 1 back. He's the number 2. Thunder and lightning, it's working together. Let's finish with Dak Prescott. You hit CeeDee Lamb, you hit Gallup, you hit Schultz, no problem. These games were to get your thumb back. Cooper Rush clearly did well, but he's not the guy. You have to step up. After the bye week, at Packers, at Vikings, we're having a great year. And then Giants, big game, even though I think we should beat the Giants by then. And then we have the big one, Christmas Eve, Eagles at Cowboys. As Cowboy fans, listen up. Those are the games that matter. Anyone right now who's fucking whipping their dick, Dak's balling. You're balling against shit teams, dude. We know you can do that. What do you got against the best teams? You're now becoming like a Jimmy Garoppolo. I still believe in Dak more than Jimmy G, but we have the team, the defense, the running game. Both of those, they're great examples. San Fran, Dallas, now that they have this defense, they're in that conversation. You have what you need to win the Super Bowl, but your quarterback's got to get the job done. I do like their coach better than ours, but Mike McCarthy's staying out of it. He hasn't fucked up this year. But I still don't trust Kellen Moore. I still think you got to throw more balls to Michael Gallup. But the bottom line is, happy Halloween. Dallas Cowboys, it's going to go the way Dak goes. If Dak can be good, he's got to be above a game manager, but you don't have to be Josh Allen. Somewhere in between there. Start running a little bit, good for him. But it's the Bears and the Lions. Let's see what you have after the fucking bye week. Happy Halloween.